What's going on, Bud Nation? I'm Hempy Bud here, back again with another Pot News in New York. I wanted to talk about this article a while ago, but I didn't really feel the necessary need to actually talk about it on camera. But this article has passed my eyes, not for a second time, but for a third time, and I believe I believe in fate, and I feel like the universe is telling me that I should talk to you about this article in particular. And I'm starting to get a good feeling on the reason why I should. In March, I never posted a, hold on, you're just going to see my armpit for a minute. In March, this article popped up about an assemblyman in New York where he was known for voting against medical marijuana, and then in March he was charged with possession of marijuana, and the whole story was just kind of a one-sided thing. We didn't really know what his views on it were, other than that he voted against marijuana in a bill. Hold on one. So the only thing we really knew about this assemblyman was that he voted against it, and then he was caught in possession with an eighth of an ounce, which you guys know what that is, 3.5 grams. Yeah, that's just all we knew about it. And I didn't really feel the need to talk about it. For one, because it was I was a bit late to read it. I read it in April, which was a month later, and I felt like it was too late for me to talk about. But now that this guy has actually made another appearance in an article here I've been reading, this assemblyman is named Steve Katz with a K and a Z, Katz. I feel like we should talk about this because, for one, it gives us a different viewpoint on the whole situation where back in March about this guy, as well as it gives us a bit of an uh-oh moment, so to speak, on the whole medical marijuana point of view. And I feel like I need to get this article out now, because tomorrow, which is going to be on June 12th, tomorrow, they were talking about in the news that they were going to talk about the whole marijuana dispute on the news tomorrow. So I want to get this out today, and at least today, or probably at in the morning, 1 in the morning or something like that. At least get it out to let people know that I actually updated our journey here. Now I'm going to jump right in it because this article is a page, 2 pages long, and there's a lot of quotations. So when I'm reading a quote, I will do this and then this when I end it. So you guys know it's someone who's saying something. So the name of the article is Assemblyman Steve Katz Reverses Medicinal Marijuana Position. I'm just going to jump right in it because it's a bit of a long one. So, Albany, Westchester Assemblyman Steve Katz on Monday reversed his position on legalizing medicinal marijuana, voting in favor of it just 1 year after voting against it, and 11 weeks after he was ticketed for pot possession. In a 9-minute speech from the assembly floor, Katz said he wanted to support the bill last year, but said he believed at the time there was a divergence between the will of his district and his core beliefs. Sorry, that was a quote-unquote right there. This next paragraph, quote, my personal life aside, I believe that we can do a better job managing pain for those with severe medical conditions, and that is why this year I will not only be supporting this bill, but I will be a co-sponsor of the bill as well, Katz said. The Assembly passed the bill by an unofficial vote of 95 to 38, but it appears unlikely to be signed into law this year. This is the moment. Senator co-leader Dean Skelos opposes the measure, as does Governor Andrew Cuomo, who would have to give it a final approval. After going through hoops and hoops and hoops, the final say is from Cuomo, and he's against it. So there's the uh-oh moment. Continuing on, Katz was ticketed for marijuana possession in March after he turned over a bag with 1/8 of an ounce of pot when he was stopped for speeding on the state thruway in southern Albany County. In April, his attorney agreed to adjournment in contemplation of dismissal, which means the charge will be dismissed if Katz completes community service by the end of the month and remains out of legal trouble. Last week, Katz became the only Republican in the Assembly to vote for a bill that would reduce the penalty for public possession of fewer than 15 grams of marijuana, which is kind of ironic because he was caught with under 15 grams, 3.5 grams to be exact, with marijuana, and he's voting for a reduced penalty for it because he was in it, so now he wants to reduce it. Which is kind of ironic. Andrew Falk, a Democrat who unsuccessfully ran against Katz in 2012, criticized Katz for saying that he would be on the right side of history for this vote in favor of medicinal marijuana. Falk of Pattersonville, Putnam County, said Katz had an opportunity to be on the right side of history last year. Falk said he is currently laying out the groundwork to challenge Katz again next year. He changed his vote after it inconvenienced him personally, not because he thinks of all of the other people. Falk said he doesn't get to say that he's on the right side of history. Page 2. How am I doing on time here? I got time to finish this. Katz was one of the first lawmakers to speak during the floor debate on the medical marijuana bill on Monday, which was a while ago, like a week or so ago, acknowledging that there was interest in his position from his colleagues. He did not speak during his speech about his own legal trouble with marijuana, nor has he since he received the ticket in March. Quotations, I believe you can actually hear a pin drop in this room right now, Katz said in a normally noisy assembly chamber as he began to speak. Katz's change in heart came in part because of his debilitating spinal condition his mother is currently dealing with, he said. Various painkillers in massive doses have not alleviated her pain, Katz said. He suggested marijuana could help. To be perfectly clear, this bill will not legalize the type of behavior one would imagine in a Cheech and Chong movie, Katz said. Rather, this bill takes responsible steps in helping those that are clearly in need. Assemblyman Richard Gottfried said Katz should be applauded. Gottfried is the longtime sponsor of the medicinal marijuana bill. I would like to applaud our colleague, Assemblyman Steve Katz, who should be recognized for his eloquent speech and courage in speaking out on this topic, Gottfried said. So that's the end of the article. Again, the article, like all of them, the article is going to be in the description. Let me know what you think about this article, what I just talked about, give or take the few minor bumps with my speech. Yeah, this title, the title of the video is that I'm going to be putting up is going to be a change in perception and an uh-oh moment. And definitely I changed my perception on what this whole thing with Steve Katz was about, and I feel like he has a change in perception as well about the marijuana situation, although the story may not say it perfectly clear, but that's my belief and view on that. At the same time, an moment for the medical marijuana actually happening this year probably won't happen, because Andrew Cuomo, the governor, has to give a final approval of it, and he's against it. He's been against it the entire way through. So I don't see it happening this year. But could be wrong. I mean, fucking what is it, 6 months ago I said there was no way in hell, or 3 months ago I said there was no way in hell fucking medical marijuana was ever gonna happen, and 2 days later it was introduced. So you don't really know in politics, and you don't really know what this guy is gonna do. So subscribe, like, comment, do what you gotta do. Tell me what you guys think about this. Always tell me what you guys think, and I'll try to respond back to you. So peace out. Much love.